Back in 2019, I started my journey with Amazon KDP. I experienced some fantastic days, especially when sales were high without any ads, and some tough days when sales were low. There were months where everything went smoothly, and others where things didn't go as planned. At first, I considered Amazon KDP just a side hustle. Some months I worked really hard and uploaded at least 10 low content books a day, which was allowed back then. Other months, I didn't upload anything at all, but one thing stayed the same. I always took Amazon KDP seriously. In this video, I am going to share my last 5 years of experience on Amazon KDP, and I will break it down into a 3-part framework that I would follow if I were starting KDP completely from scratch today. We are going to start with level 1. The first level is making your first dollar with Amazon KDP. On July 31st, 2019, I published my first low content book on Amazon. It was a basic 6x9 line notebook, which I later unpublished like many of my early works because I considered them subpar. To be honest, I had little understanding of Amazon KDP at the time, and there weren't many YouTube videos available on the topic. Surprisingly, one of my early books sold just 5 days after I uploaded my first low content book. I remember being really happy because I knew that the earning the next dollar would be easier and the success would keep growing. I sold 23 books in August 2019, 52 books in September 2019, and 79 books in October 2019. I don't know how long it took or will take for you to make your first dollar with Amazon KDP, but my experience might be misleading for some. Therefore, I need to remind you that the low content book market was not saturated during those days, and there were no AI generated books at all. So even if you do everything perfectly nowadays, it may take more time to achieve your first organic sale compared to previous years. Don't be discouraged if you haven't made any sales yet. So, if I were starting KDP completely from scratch and had zero experience, I would start by reading all the topics available in the KDP Help Center. After that, I would create approximately 10 notebooks for different niches using free online tools and upload them to Amazon KDP. Remember, level 1 is all about taking that first step and getting started. So after uploading your first 10 low content books, you will face a decision. The question is, do you want to keep Amazon KDP as a casual side project, or are you ready to take it seriously? A casual approach might involve working on a book whenever you have the time, maybe on weekends or when you are frustrated with your job. But if you are serious, it means you are fully committed. In the beginning, I treated Amazon KDP as a casual side project since I was also selling physical goods online. If I were starting Amazon KDP from scratch today, I would take it seriously. Just like you make the time for someone important, I would dedicate at least a couple of hours to KDP each day, even after my 9 to 6 job. That's what it means to be committed. Once you commit to taking Amazon KDP seriously, I believe you will make your first sale soon. The number of books you need to upload for that initial sale varies. Some may achieve it after 10 uploads, while others might require 50. During this time, stay consistent by watching tutorials on Amazon KDP and design tools and apply what you learned to your books. Once you have earned your first dollar, you are ready to move on to level 2. The second level is reaching your first $100 with Amazon KDP. This level can be the most challenging, and many people give up during this phase. Personally, it took me 7 months to achieve my initial $100. In February 2020, I sold 91 books without any ads, hitting that target. At that point, I had around 100 low content books. As I mentioned earlier, I had a casual approach to Amazon KDP and I wasn't working on it consistently. Although 100 low content books might seem like a lot, it was possible to upload as many as you wanted back then. After March 2020, the world entered its strange times, and during the lockdown, I began to take Amazon KDP more seriously. With more time at home, I started uploading new low content books daily and consistently. By August 2020, the result of my hard work began to show. If I were starting KDP from scratch today, my strategy for reaching level 2 faster would involve analyzing my initial books after making that first sale. I would pay close attention to niches and designs that consistently sell well. Furthermore, I would examine the book that recently sold and try to understand why it stood out. Was it the cover design, the title and subtitle, or perhaps the niche that made it successful? Analyzing your results can be difficult when you are new to Amazon KDP. At this stage, if you want to gain a competitive edge and sell more books on Amazon, your best approach is to learn and test what you have discovered so far. For instance, understanding Amazon's algorithm and figuring out how to rank your books on the first page for targeted keywords is crucial for everyone publishing on Amazon KDP. I have a video series on my channel where I thoroughly explain the factors that affect Amazon's ranking algorithm. Another important topic to master at this level is KDP keyword research. Whether you use paid tools or perform manual research, this skill will help you identify more profitable niches and come up with new low content book ideas. I have a video series dedicated to Amazon KDP keyword research, and I recommend exploring content from various YouTube channels to get a range of insights. At this stage, it's also a good idea to expand your portfolio with new types of low content books. You can easily create these using free online tools. Consider adding logbooks in various niches and other types of blank notebooks such as dot grid notebooks. Even though some people say the opposite, I firmly believe that having more books in your portfolio increases your chances of boosting sales in the publishing game. This has been true in the past years as well. However, quantity alone isn't enough. Maintaining quality is equally important. Keep in mind that at this stage, your monthly earnings are still below $100. Therefore, during level 2, focus on creating and uploading as many books as possible to reach that crucial first $100 milestone with Amazon KDP. This advice assumes that you are adhering to Amazon's terms of service and copyright rules rather than uploading low quality content. If you have followed this video so far, I am confident that you are taking Amazon KDP seriously. Keep in mind that a year ago, Amazon introduced limits on the number of books a user can upload for publishing at once and within a given time frame. Although the exact limit isn't specified, it appears to be a maximum of 3 books per day. As I mentioned, many people give up at this stage, and this upload limit might extend the time needed to reach level 2 compared to previous years for some of you. So be aware of this and remain patient. Remember, anyone who is committed to learning and stays consistent can eventually make $100 with Amazon KDP. The third level is reaching $1,000 per month with Amazon KDP. Once you have surpassed level 2, you have to make the ultimate choice. And the ultimate choice is, do you want to treat Amazon KDP as a side hustle, or do you want to treat it like a business? If you decided to treat Amazon KDP as a side hustle, that's perfectly fine. You can use your KDP income to cover some bills. However, if you are committed to taking Amazon KDP seriously, aiming to be a professional rather than an amateur, then we move on to level 3. Personally, it took me 18 months to achieve my initial $1,000. In January 2021, I sold 995 books without any ads, reaching that target. At that point, I had around 600 low content books. To achieve a monthly income of $1,000 with Amazon KDP, it's crucial to create more professional interiors and book covers than basic low content books. Relying solely on free online design tools may not meet all your needs at this level. If I were starting KDP from scratch today, I would focus on learning professional design tools like Adobe Illustrator step by step. Consider your niches and type of books you create. For specialized projects like children's storybooks or coloring books, investing in paid AI tools like Midjourney could be beneficial. I have tutorials for both Midjourney and Adobe Illustrator on my channel, so you can explore them for inspiration and see if they fit your needs. At this level, you can also invest in puzzle tools to explore various niches. Look into using mazebook generators, Sudoku generators, and other similar tools. However, make sure to review the commercial licenses of any tool you use for creating your KDP books. Additionally, when publishing a new book, be transparent with Amazon if it includes AI-generated content. The essential thing, as in any business, is to enjoy the process of creating books if you want to consistently make money with Amazon KDP. Having been in this business for 5 years, I can confidently say that it's definitely not easy money, despite what some YouTubers may claim. In fact, it's even more challenging nowadays. Therefore, if you don't find joy in the process, burnout can happen quickly. When I review my income figures from the past months, only 15% of my earnings come from the books I created in 2024, the new ones. Ranking your books on the first page is tougher these days, and achieving results takes longer than in previous years. At this level, since you are starting to make some money, you might consider investing in marketing, such as Amazon ads or driving external traffic. However, I don't recommend jumping in with high budgets too quickly to avoid potential disappointment unless you have full confidence in the quality of your book. Using Amazon ads can help you reach $1,000 per month with Amazon KDP faster and with fewer books compared to relying solely on organic sales. That said, it's also possible to reach this level through organic sales alone, as I have consistently done. Unless you are consistently earning $1,000 per month, I wouldn't recommend focusing on seasonal niches like Halloween, Valentine's Day, or Mother's Day. The competition in these areas can be intense, and standing out often requires significant marketing budgets. When your Amazon KDP income consistently surpasses $1,000 per month, it's time to consider a more strategic approach. You might look into optimizing your efforts, automating certain aspects of the process, or scaling up your operations. Additionally, if you are making more than $1,000 a month, it's a good idea to explore diversifying your income streams. We can cover this topic in more detail in another video. I hope my 5 years of experience with Amazon KDP and the framework I would follow if I were starting KDP from scratch today will help you progress through the levels faster than I did. I hope you find this video helpful. If you did, please subscribe and like the video to support the channel. See you soon.